Hi everyone, it's Erin Cochran, the House Whisperer from revealingredesign.com. How are you? It's great to be here with you again. It's been a while since I've checked in through video. And today I wanted to share a little bit of a story of about a project that we just wrapped up, I guess a year ago now. And I thought it would be timely because maybe you're thinking about decorating your own house for fall, making it more cozy and welcoming now that we're spending more time inside with the days getting shorter and colder, with Thanksgiving and Halloween coming up. So this project, to give you a little bit of background, one of our longtime favorite clients had reached out to us and said that she was considering adding on a screen porch to the back of her house. And could we help? And we were excited to come out and be a part of the process. So she had a large deck that she wanted to enclose part of. And so the first part of the project was to decide how the shape of the roof would sit and how the shape of the addition would look with the building overall. So I worked with my contractor, Victor Burgess, who I've worked with for a long time, to come up with just the right mix of the roof pitch and shape, as well as the way that it would sit in the back of the building to make the most of the space. After we had the general outline of the outside, then it was time to move on to how the inside of the room would lay out. So we did a number of layout drawings to explore different options for the space. And we landed on a layout that included a nice dining area and a nice sitting area, including porch swing, which was one of my favorite parts of the project, and I think it's my clients as well. So after the whole concept came together and we had our plan, then construction took a while because it was during COVID and materials and furniture were hard to get. But after all of that took place and all the furniture was delivered, and of course after the porch was built, then it was time for us to come in and put the final touches in place. So you've probably heard me talk about it before. We have a thing called a soulful home day, which is, so you can have a whole room of furniture that is beautiful furniture and it's well laid out. But to take it from actually just being functional to being welcoming, what we call the top layer. So our soulful home day is when we put that in place. All of the furniture is already there. Everything has been selected except for these last elements that make a huge difference in how inviting the room feels. So there's a lot of shopping and preparation that goes into one of these soulful home days, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of shopping, loading the car, doing all kinds of things. And some of my clients have said to me that it feels like Christmas because we show up at the house with sometimes cars, plural, full of stuff to finish a space. And we unload all of it and start seeing what actually makes the room sing, what makes it come together. And it's a process with our client because anything that they don't like, we just take right back out to the car and it goes back to the store. So it's a collaboration that really results in your room really feeling like home. So from function, where we get the space, where everything is laid out and has the right elements in the right place, the right furniture, all the way from function to feeling like home is the goal of this day, of our soulful home day. So the top layer is made of a lot of layers of things. So it includes things that have color, texture, living things or faux living things, lighting. All of these things are what really make a house feel like home. So with texture, we can add in rugs, pillows, blankets or throws, and the color also of those things is what really adds so much to the space. So you can see in some of the photos of the space, we wanted to add fall color. We added a lot of burnt oranges and reds and elements like that to make the room really feel like fall and really look inviting. So in a space like this, lighting is so important because this porch was supposed to be functional for reading and doing, hanging out, but it also needs to have a sense of intimacy later, or just ambiance. So we had to have different types of lighting. You'll see that there are wall sconces. We did bistro string lights on the ceiling. We have twinkle lights, which are just the most magical thing to have anywhere. They always add a little bit of sparkle and just warmth. They're wonderful. And then also we have candles in this space. And all of those different elements really add a whole other layer to the space that make it feel so lovely. A room never really feels finished entirely until you have a little bit of nature in it. And you can see behind me, even in my own office, I have a pumpkin, I have some hydrangeas, and in my cabinet behind me, I actually even have a fake plant, because for the longest time I was so resistant to having any sort of faux plants, because I really love to garden. I love real plants, and I love what the actual elements of nature bring in. But it's not always realistic, like in this cabinet, to have something that is really alive. So adding in really high quality, beautiful faux plants can make a big difference. And you don't know that they're fake until you look at them up close. But it adds a lot to, let's say, a shelf or a corner, to have something there that brings that little bit of life. So sort of to wrap up, if you're thinking of decorating a space this fall, remember to have lovely texture, something that looks, that brings in something interesting and warm and cozy. You want to have some fall color, maybe some oranges or deep reds, maybe some purple, colors that you like. Make sure you layer in some lovely lighting at different levels. So bright task lighting that goes all the way down to just maybe some twinkle lights that add some ambiance when it's time to have some quiet and you just want to feel cozy. And candlelight too. Candlelight is really, as I've talked about in other videos, the idea of hygge, which is a Danish word, which basically means coziness. Candlelight is so important for that. Make sure you have elements of nature, both fake, faux, and real. So cut some flowers, bring some from the grocery store, have a bowl of apples, all of those things. You can see all of these elements in this porch that we finished and how it really adds so much to the space. All right, well, I hope this helps you think about things in your own home, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.